Hi, welcome to Deep Fried Burritos. Today I'm going to do a quick movie review on a movie that came out last fall. I know it's a little late to be doing this review here about Zombieland since the movie came out in 2019. But I watched it last night with my son Sean, and to me, I really enjoyed the first version of the movie that came out in 2009. It was a refreshing take on the idea of zombie apocalyptic type of movies, but this one here, 2019 Zombieland Double Tap, it to me it had some funny humorous parts in the movie. Okay, but to me personally, I'm thinking it was kind of faster, maybe a little too fast, a little stupider, right? A little stupider. And the reason I'm saying stuff like this right now, to me, one of the funniest parts in this whole movie of Zombieland 2 is with this blonde here. I even typed into Google, I was going to type in blonde in, let me just take a sip of my water here. I typed in blonde in Zombieland, and then all of a sudden, Google was suggesting that I type in dumb blonde in Zombieland 2. And with this young lady, Madison. This image here, it's saying Madison is the best and worst part of. I could agree with that. I would agree that she is probably one of the more interesting parts and even characters, because she adds like a simpleton type of vibe to the movie. And the she's given me the overall feel here of Beverly Hills. There's a lot of there's a show I used to watch when I was a teenager called 90210. Okay, some of you guys might be familiar, and they had some characters like her, not Brenda, but they had some other Beverly Hills type of rich chick, blonde, etc., with the kooky accent. And this character, Madison, to me, she portrayed that image quite well. But what was I think the most funniest part in this whole movie for me was the part where I can't remember if it was Emma Stone that said, or was it Woody that said, the reason that Madison survived so long was because she didn't have any brains, and zombies, they don't eat people without brains. Okay, so maybe that may be true, but it was kind of crazy that she lived in. She claimed that she survived for like 3 years during the zombie epidemic, right? In a refrigerator in a supermarket, right? And her complaint was living there was safe because zombies couldn't get into her giant fridge that she was living in, but she was kind of cold, being the dumb blonde that she was, and she couldn't figure out how to turn the refrigeration off on her unit. Another scene that I liked was when this guy here, Columbus, he thought, every time I see this guy, I'm thinking of Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know why. Maybe the movie, he made that Facebook movie, Mark Zuckerberg story. So every time, I always just, the first thing I'm thinking of is Mark Zuckerberg with this guy. But he's known as Columbus. So Columbus thought that Madison, this was another scene I enjoyed for humor. He thought that Madison had the virus, and they were going to drop her off in the forest, and he was supposed to take a shotgun out and shoot her in the head, giving her mercy. But apparently what it turned out to be was a nut virus. She was, puking up, and he didn't shoot her. Okay, hopefully you guys who are watching this review today have already seen this movie, because this would be a spoiler. Okay, but that was quite to me, that was a very interesting scene. These other two gentlemen here, right? These other two gentlemen, Owen Wilson's brother Luke, and this other guy, right? Um, had a lot of humor as well into the mix. Okay, Albuquerque showing up, and he was just like Woody Harrelson's character. Um, the hell was his name? Florida, Tallahassee. That's it. He was like his character was like an image, splitting image. Not in looks, maybe the way that he was dressed, but pretty well it was like these two were those other two, right? Another thing that stood out to me was this guy. This guy here. What do they call him? He called himself Berkeley, a pacifist type of guy, smoking weed, peace brother type of guy. To me, he was one of the most obnoxious people in there. He was kind of low key. Didn't seem like he was out there. He wasn't out there creating a lot of noise. But his character in itself was a pacifist type of person. I don't like pacifist type of people because to me they're not showing their true colors. Okay, and his whole persona to me, watching the movie, was fake. He was just like playing the guitar, trying to play, given the in the '70s type of vibe, hippie vibe of peace and love, etc. But to me, it was just a load of bullshit. Okay, and Little Rock, in the beginning she fell for it, but towards the end of the movie, she basically said, anyone who doesn't know about who doesn't know who Bob Dylan is a real fake. Basically, she just called him out. And lastly, before I close off here, this place here. This was another annoying part of the movie. I think they called it Babylon. I was calling it Babylon, right? It's more fitting. A place where they had a wall up here. Apparently, was keeping them safe from the zombies. Okay, but the thing is, they were like peace people. Oh, let's keep the world safe, and we'll sing songs together, and we'll all hold hands, and we don't allow any guns in our grounds. If you want to come in here, baby, you have to cough up your firearms. And they were melting the guns down to create like peace emblems, jewelry, etc. And to me, that's not the smartest thing to do in a zombie apocalyptic event, right? You want to keep firearms. You want to protect your loved ones. You want to protect your family. So, what happened, right? The peaceful folk at the end, apparently, somehow the zombies got in, right? And they didn't have any guns to protect themselves. What did they have to do? They had to go and run. And then at the end of the day, they relied on Tallahassee. Where's Tallahassee? Well, we'll just go to Woody here. Woody Harrelson, who plays Tallahassee, to save the day, right? To save the day. Now, in closing off this video here, I liked the first one. I really enjoyed the first one, but the second one, I don't know. I was like, parts of it were okay, but towards the end, I was just like hoping that it was just going to end. All of the main characters are great. I like all of them, but to me, the producers were trying to make it too fast, too crazy. There's a lot of movies nowadays that are just way too fast, just guns blazing, too much. The opening scene for Double Tap gave me an image in my mind or feel of The Walking Dead, and adding a little humor to the mix. Okay, Walking Dead meets The Matrix with Trinity as she's bouncing around all over the place, and then slow motion scenes, etc. So that was my feel on it. But to me, the first one's always the best in every single movie. I would say 99% of the times, the first movie in a movie series is always the best. The second one, they're trying to, recreate all of the good things, but to me, they didn't do it. So, crazier, faster, and stupider is how I'm going to end this Zombieland 2 review. Hopefully, anyways, I'm going to close this off. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this review. I'll be back with some more reviews on this loving, beautiful channel. Deep fried burritos, guys. Deep fried burritos. I'll see you later. Take care.